In this video, I'm going to show you the fastest and most efficient way to grow your wrists and forearms, along with little tricks that can boost your gains by up to 30%, and simple exercises that you can implement right after the video for maximum performance during your workouts. So let's begin with the wrist section. Most people will say that is only about genetics, which is far from the truth. Because indeed, you cannot change your bone structure, but with enough work, you can make your tendons thicker. And the best way to achieve that is a method used not only by humans, but by animals too. Have you ever wondered why chimpanzees have big wrists? Because they do. And their main form of training is, you guessed it, hanging in trees. By doing that constantly, their wrists and forearms grow and become stronger. So to make your tendons and muscles grow, you will need to do exercises that require grip strength. One of the best exercises in that category are dead hangs. And the best part about them is that they are simple to do with little to no equipment needed. But before you go out and try them, let me tell you the best way to maximize your gains. You are going to do 4 sets, and in each one of them, your goal is to stay as long as you can. For example, if you tried your first set and stayed for, let's say, 2 minutes, then you rest until your muscles and tendons are fully recovered. Then you move to the next set. Let's say this time you managed to stay for 1 minute. You rest again and repeat this process until you complete the 4 sets. This type of training is so effective because it is not based on repetitions, which can vary from individual to individual, but is made for any kind of level you might have. After doing the sets, you will notice how the pressure from the exercise goes to your wrists, like having a pump. Of course, you can make the exercise even harder. For example, you can put some water bottles or weights in a backpack and try the same formula with them on your back. But I suggest you do them without weights until you get some experience, because it's easier to keep a better form like that. Repeat this type of dead hangs 4 times a week, take wrist measurements monthly, and I promise you that the results you get will be unbelievable. Another way to boost your wrist growth is by working out your forearm muscles. Usually these two come together, so by working on one, most of the time you work on both. With this, let's continue with the forearms section. Forearms are a little complex, so I will simplify things for you. We have 2 big muscle groups, the flexors and extensors. These two combined enable you to grab, squeeze, and manipulate different objects. Basically all the moves you do with your forearms. So to have bigger forearms, you will need some exercises that target these 2 muscle groups. But fear not, my dear viewer, I've got you covered. I prepared a list of exercises that are highly effective in growing your forearms. Starting with the barbell hold, a pretty easy exercise, but keep in mind that you have to hold a challenging weight for around 20 to 30 seconds, then rest for 1.5 minutes before going to the next set. Since you want to grow large forearms, I suggest you do 4 sets of this. And if you don't like the barbell, you can switch it out with dumbbells. The exercise will be the same. Next are hand grippers. They are portable, affordable, and effective in training your grip strength and building muscle mass. Again, pick a challenging weight and do between 12 and 20 reps. Take a 1-minute rest and do 3 more sets. Continuing with towel pull-ups, if you can do them, this will do wonders for your forearms. This one is for more experienced individuals, but try to do at least 6 reps, rest, and do 2 more sets. Also, normal pull-ups are still a pretty decent way to get some strength in your forearms and wrists, so keep that in mind. Next are plate pinches. These are simple. You take on a weight that is hard for you to hold, and then when doing the exercise, your focus needs to be on your fingers, more precisely, in squeezing the plates as hard as you can. Like this, you will have a better muscle contraction. Also, if you like dumbbell exercises, you should try the farmer's walk. This one is similar to the classic dumbbell hold, except you will have to move, which makes it even harder because you have to keep your balance. So start by taking a weight that is hard for you, then slowly move 10 steps forward, then another 10 back, and rest for 30 seconds to 1 minute, then do 3 more sets. Lastly, knuckle push-ups are decent if you want to combine your upper body workout with forearm strength. So to make it more effective both ways, do 4 sets of 12 reps each. Now let me teach you a secret that is so easy to implement and will make your wrists and forearms grow 30% more. Plus, it is more or less considered a passive exercise that can be added to every workout session. So, whenever you are lifting or performing an exercise that requires you to hold something, like a dumbbell, make sure to squeeze the handle very hard during each rep. This doesn't sound like much, but doing this every time you do an exercise is going to add up, and you will see some pretty impressive results from just squeezing a weight. Combined with all the exercises I mentioned before, this is more than enough to enable you to have large and strong forearms and wrists. Plus, to grow more muscles faster than usual, try taking creatine. But before that, watch this video where I explain the benefits and side effects of creatine. It's a pretty comprehensive guide, so you will learn a lot of things. And that's pretty much it. Now you know how to grow your forearms and wrists in a more efficient way. Thank you for your attention, and I love you all.